Good morning, students. Today you are going to study ethics and safety measures in computing. So in this chapter you will learn internet advantages and disadvantages, ethics in computing, unethical practices or cybercrime. These are some of the cybercrime happened all over internet, and safety measures, how to make ourselves cautious towards all such cybercrime, and digital footprint. First topic, internet advantages. So hope you know what is internet. Internet is nothing but the largest networks of computing devices which spread across the globe, and it is an open network. So that's a problem for all, because it is publicly accessible to everyone. You can access not only from your computer but on all types of computing devices like smartphones, tablets, notebooks, etc. This facility, we are having many advantages and also disadvantages. Now I'm listing you few advantages. So it is providing facilities like email, chatting, video conferencing, internet telephony, etc. Yes, of course, video conferencing, because of video conferencing only we can continue our education during this corona time also. So it is good to have internet, and it is a vast pool of information. So whatever topic you want to know the meaning or you want to learn in depth, we are having a pool of information in internet. Using internet you can search for n number of information, you can know in detail all those kind of information, and we can do shop online. So from the home itself you can purchase any items online using e-commerce website, and you can easily find latest music, games and movies online, and you can book ticket online, either for air ticket, railway ticket, movie ticket. So whatever you want, all the booking you can do online, and especially online banking for all your financial transactions. You can buy and read books online, and many more advantages are there. Hope you all might have experience in all these advantages. Just like having disadvantages of internet also, the information gathered from internet may or may not be correct, and it is wasting time in Facebook and YouTube. So we always forgot ourselves, our work, even when we spend time in Facebook and YouTube, it is consuming our more time, and you can lose your valuable information unintentionally through cyber attacks. Children can get exposure to harmful content on the internet even though they have well set the settings. Still, they are exposed to harmful content on the internet, and you can be a victim of cybercrime. So these are some disadvantages of internet. You should be very cautious and you should be aware on all such cybercrime before make yourself uh, a victim of cybercrime. Discuss next, ethics in computing. What is ethics? Ethics is nothing but a code of conduct or the moral principles which we have to follow while using all the computing facilities. The usage of computer, or using computer you are accessing various online services and you are accessing information on the internet. So whatever activity you are doing in your computer, So you should follow some code of conduct or some moral principles. They are listed here. First one, never try to harm other people by unethically accessing their computers on the internet. So this is what most of the time the hackers or the crackers or the cyber criminals are doing. They harm other people by unethically accessing their computers on the internet. So as a professional, as a computer student, we should not do such activities. Always give respect to others while communicating. So we are using various online mode for communicating information with others. So during that time, you always should give respect to others and never try to steal important or confidential information from others' system, and don't copy information which is protected by Copyright Act. So if you do this, it is a punishable cyber crime. Never spread wrong information while using online social media sites. So this is happening all over internet. While we moving inside Facebook, we may see the wrong propagation of some people oftenly, but we should not spread wrong information while using online social media sites. Never download pirated software, that is duplication software or unlicensed software. You should not download pirated software. Always you should use licensed software, and never keep eye on others' system, and never interfere in others' work. So these are some moral principles we have to follow while using computers or services. So next topic is, you should be aware of unethical practices or cyber crime happened on internet. So if you aware on this only, you can make yourself prevent from such activities. First one is plagiarism. So plagiarism is stealing the ideas, thoughts or writings of other people and using them by their own name without the knowledge of original author. So here it plays a vital role. Without the original author's knowledge, trying to using ideas or their writings and make it as our own. So this is somewhat like stealing the ideas, and this particular activity is punishable under the cyber law. So we should be very careful while accessing or processing information online. So how to prevent plagiarism? So how we can prevent ourselves under punishable from cyber law while accessing information? So first one is, we should acknowledging the sources. So for preparing some reports or for writing, for creating new papers or for doing some research works, we may refer or we are in need to access some others information. So if accessed means, we may acknowledge them in our report. Okay, and then we have to take permission from the author, and we can read the content and we can reframe it with the help of some other alternate words, and we may derive some new points from their writings. So we can read and reframe. We should not exactly use the same present in their content. So instead we can read and reframe, and you can use quotations or else called as citation. That means nearer to the particular content, you may give some references, and you need to add separate references in your document. So this particular content I have accessed from this website. I referred this particular passage, I referred this particular statistics from this website. So if you used some references in your document means it will not be considered as plagiarism. Okay, so using these four techniques you can prevent yourself from plagiarism. Next one is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying or cyber harassment, which deals with online threatening. Someone may threaten you online by posting some rumors or remarks about you or by disclosing your personal information. So this kind of threatening is called as cyberbullying. They are using social media for propagating rumors and remarks about you. So you should be very careful, and in this situation the victim will be very stressful and they can harm them to a great extent. So today more youngsters, due to this cyberbullying, they may go to suicide. So this should be avoided, and you all should be very careful while handling or while using online services or while using online social media like Facebook, etc. etc. So how to prevent this? Never disclose your personal information online. So this is very very important while using social media. Either it may be a Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and still many more social media are nowadays very popular, and all youngsters and all kids even using Facebook. So while using Facebook, while creating account, you please never disclose your personal information online. And very important point, avoid posting your photos on the social networking sites, especially the girl children. You please don't post your photos on the social networking sites, because today the youngsters, teenagers, they are accessing your social media page very easily, and they can access to your photos very easily, and they'll do some changes in your photos and they'll threaten you. So this, in this way only they'll do cyberbullying, and they threatening you, harassing you, and they are spreading rumors and remarks on the social media page. Okay, so you should be very careful. Avoid posting your photos on the social networking sites. And most important point is to make yourself safe safer in social media interface. You should be very careful in setting privacy settings. You should set the privacy settings very carefully. You should carefully read each and every item under the privacy settings. Whatever information you are going to make online for everyone, whatever information you want to make online, only to the known people, only to your friends, only to your family group. So those privacy settings should be carefully done with care. If you don't know, you please do it under the help of your parents. Take your parental control, and never share your passwords or online credentials with others, even with your friends. Your friend may be very close to you. Don't share your passwords or online credentials with others, and be very careful while posting any message on the internet. Hackers and crackers. So hackers are unauthorized access to other system to know the details of their system and their data, but they never cause the damage to your data. So the person, but cracker on the other end, he is breaking the security of a system or network to steal important information without the consent of its owner. You may could see these type of examples in recent Tamil films, Irumbuthirai and some other films. They cracker and hacker, so both are somewhat different. The difference is both are entering into the system without author's permission, but still hacker never cause any damage to your data, whereas the cracker, the dangerous person, they are called as cyber criminals or burglars. They are criminals actually. They will break your security system and they'll enter into your system. They'll steal important information and also they will cause damage to your data. So you should be very careful. How to prevent? Use original software and keep updating your web browser and your operating system. Almost we don't do updation. Always we forgot this updating process. Within and there, you should update your web browser, your operating system, and all the softwares present in your system. And you should use always original software and install the latest antivirus software and also keep it up to date. Use firewall settings and change your login passwords on a regular basis. Never open a mail received from any unauthorized source. And in this way, you can prevent hackers and crackers accessing your system. Next is phishing. Phishing is a fraudulent processes to collect some secret information from the user like his credit card number, net banking password, account data, etc. with the help of an authentic looking email. So you should be very careful. With the help of authentic looking email, they are going to collect some secret information from you. So it is again a fraudulent process. How we can prevent means you should be very careful about the email received. This phishing is happened in many online banking. So someone else will call you and they told you we are talking from your bank account and give us we are in need to update your details in your bank and please give your passwords. So if any calls or any emails, any authentic looking email you receive, you please don't respond to it. You go directly to the bank and ask whether you asked me such information, clarify yourself and then give your password. So if you get email or phone call like this, please don't respond to it. So be careful about the mail received and never open email from unknown sources. Spamming. Spamming is again a practice of sending unwanted emails or messages to large number of people. Actually, those people never want to receive such kind of messages. But the spam is actually from promoters or from various companies to promote their products and services to end users. Mostly the spam mail will not harm the users, but anyhow we should be very careful. So how we can prevent from spamming means never provide your email address to any unreliable websites. They may misuse your email by sending spam emails and use spam filters facility. If you go and check in settings, spam filters are available. Using filters, you can block unwanted mails and never reply to the emails collected under spam folder. Individual right to privacy and piracy, IPR, intellectual property rights. So privacy in you are having a right to set your privacy. So each and every software and social media, all applications are having privacy settings. In your phone also you are having privacy settings. In your browser also you are having privacy settings. Whatever software you are installing, so all are having privacy settings. So be careful in setting privacy settings. Give importance to set your privacy settings. So if you set good in setting privacy settings, no one will not enter your system, no one will not get access to your softwares. Software piracy. Software piracy means unauthorized duplication and use of computer software. Okay. Um, Always you should use original and licensed software. If you try to download softwares from unreliable sites, they will they will duplicate the software from the licensed company. So don't use that unauthorized duplicated software. So if you use that software means viruses may get enter into your system. Okay. So don't use unauthorized duplication software. How you can prevent it? Never download unauthorized copy of software from the internet. Always purchase licensed software. Never use the software purchased for one system on multiple systems. And never use pirated series of movies or music through these kind of CDs or movies only. Virus will enter into your system, so don't do it. Intellectual right to property, IPR. IPR is invention. Some researchers will invent some new product, invent some ideas, invent some scientific results, derivations, artistic work or literary work. So they will, those kind of inventions may be, when available online, it will be theft by the attackers. Hackers may steal it. There may be, in terms of business or organizations, sometimes the product formulations, formulas they used to invent a product or manufacture a product, logo, company logo, brand names or designs. So some brand are very popular. So nowadays, if you go to shops, they will purchase only branded products. So what the cybercrime criminals will do means, they will try to use your brand names, they will try to use your logo, under your logo they will manufacture their own product, and they may sometimes steal your formulations, your design, your invention, artistic work or literary work. So how we can prevent? With the help of intellectual right to property, IPR. So if you have IPR is nothing but having copyright. If you have copyright for your product formulations, logo, brand names or designs, then you may punish them with cyber laws. Okay, so if you have, you should have copyright for your invention, you should have copyright for your formulations, you should have copyright for your logo. So if you have copyright, if anyone misused your product or brand names, then you may punish them under cyber law. So it is better to have copyright for all your inventions, and as per industrial property term we may say it as patents. So for all the inventions we may apply patents, so no one else other than you, no one else can't use your invention as their name. And trademarks will be for logo and symbols. So it is better to use patents and trademarks.